Alrighty, hello guys, welcome your faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Sprocket yet again, and today we're actually going to be building a two-man tank. Now, the way that I'm hoping this is going to work is one guy is going to sit in the front and drive the tank, and the other guy is going to work the turret on the back. Whether that's actually going to work out for us or not, I'm not so sure, but let's go ahead and get straight to it, shall we? Alright, so this is what we currently have. We're going to go ahead and start working on making this smaller though, because that's what we need to do. So the length of the entire thing is going to be about 2.25 meters. Yes, that's not very much. 225. No, 2250. There we go. That's how big it's going to be, and honestly, I think that's probably long enough. We're going to make these guys very thin, in fact, as thin as they can possibly go, and then we're going to make the separation on these guys very short too. So, if we can, where's spacing? I need to work that out. There we go. Spacing on those guys, very short. Very nice. And then I'm going to move them forwards, and I might even give them a bit of an angle. So we might do this. Okay, interesting so far. All of this is going to be made smaller, so let me do that. And there we go. So we got 3 wheels down here for the actual, like, base of it, the road wheels, which are pretty awesome. I would like to have their rest angle actually be quite high, so somewhat like this, and then maybe from the back as well. So instead of it being from the front, I want it from the rear. There we go. That sounded weird now that I actually just heard myself say that, but never mind. So this is what we currently have. We are going to go ahead and make this thing a hell of a lot smaller. So let's go ahead and grab the sides on there and drag this in. We're then going to go to the separation on this guy, and it's only going to be like 1 meter wide. So 1,000. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. So it's like 2.5 meters long, or 2.25 meters long, and then 1 meter wide. Interesting. Might even go with a little bit less than that. So let's go with 700 and actually 800. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're going to have to fit an engine in here. We're going to have to fit a front driver in and a rear gunner. Okay, so there we go. That is the body sort of, I don't know, made smaller, I suppose. We're then going to cut this guy right here. And what I'm going to do from there is grab this guy, do this inwards just a little bit, which is, yes, a little bit strange. Then I'm going to grab this guy and do this, which again is a little bit strange. And then I might actually send this guy backwards a little bit too. Okay, so far, so good. It looks weird, but I kind of like it. Let's go ahead and extrude this and bring this bit upwards just a tiny bit like that. We're then going to go to edges on this guy and we're going to split it. There we go. Going to drag that guy all the way backwards to there. I'm then going to do it again on the front piece. I'm going to drag that guy forwards to there. And then I think we can go to faces again and try and sort this out. So this guy, I guess, is going to be angled backwards just a little bit. I'm then going to grab each of these and do this. Okay, because the driver's going to go in there. And then the gunner is going to be mounted onto the top. Oh, this seems very, very ridiculous, but I kind of like it. So we'll drop these guys down at the back. I'm going to scoot this guy quite far forward so the engine fits. And yeah, we'll go ahead and put the driver in here. Alright, so I've ended up lowering the actual separation down to 685 millimeters. And that means that this is actually a hell of a lot closer to here now. The only thing that I'm seeing wrong with this is obviously the suspension is out by quite a bit. So the arm length on those has to be shorter. There we go, obviously, to fit in there. And then diameter of them is going to be relatively big. There we go. Alright, how in the heck am I going to fit this guy into there? Look at how small this tank actually is. He's going to have to fit right in there. I've made this smaller than I even thought. This is ridiculous. So sit angle, he might actually have to lay down. Possibly. Sit height, obviously he's going to have to be really low. I think I might have to make this bigger. In and in, there we go, so they fit. And then his legs, feet forward or feet backwards? His legs are going to have to be like this. He's going to have to be like squatted in there. Okay, so far that looks ridiculous, but it's fine. Arms down, there we go. His head can poke up so that he actually can drive it from there. And then we need to make this actually fit him. So, what we'll do is we'll grab this guy right here and send this back to there. We're then gonna maybe delete this. Oh yeah, there we go. Make it into a hole. And then hold it up again. And then have this guy actually angle himself forwards a little bit. Oh, this isn't gonna work. It's not actually gonna work. Right, undo all of those. I'm gonna have to sort this out. So, if we do this, and then we go to points real quick, and I move that backwards slightly, it fits. Alright, we got a driver. We have ourselves a driver. Watch him go. Yeehaw! Nice! Alright, so far so good. This is a lot smaller than I expected it to be. Not gonna lie. Okay, don't ask me how I'm gonna fit this steering wheel in, because I don't think it's actually gonna fit, which is insane. But we'll go ahead and drag it into there like this, and I mean, there's not much I can actually do about it. It's just gonna be within that guy's face, unfortunately. If I drag these guys this way, then it sort of fits. I mean, if I could make the steering wheel smaller, I totally would, but unfortunately, that's not a thing in the current update. So we're just gonna have to sort of ignore that. Alright, so because we're ignoring it, I'm just gonna go ahead and shove the steering wheel on the back just like that, and that's gonna be fine. The engine is gonna be very small, so we go with 0.5 liters per cylinder. There we go, very tiny engine. And then I think we might be able to go with actually quite a lot of cylinders, possibly. Maybe if we make it even smaller, we'll go with like a 0.25 instead, and then loads of cylinders on there. Yeah, I guess that works. There we go. If I shove that backwards as far as it can go, right to there, then I need to fit these guys in as well. Okay, how's that even gonna work? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and twist these. There we go. I need to mirror it. Need to mirror it for both of them, please. Here we go. Twist there. Oh my goodness. Alright, hang on. If I just grab this guy. There we go. I've set it to mirror now. That's good. Let's go ahead and move these into position, which is just inside of here. Yes. Okay, so far so good. We then need to move this guy backwards, unfortunately. So, maybe... Oh, maybe that'll actually just let it work. Ah, it does. That actually allows it to work. Good. Alright. Bring these guys in so they're not on the outside anymore. And off it goes. So far, so good. We've managed to fit the guy inside. We managed to fit an engine inside. Now we just need a turret with a guy in it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, I'm not going to make that any better than that. It is just going to be kind of rough. That's okay. We're then going to have to fit... Look how big this turret is. We're going to have to fit a turret in there. How are we going to do that? Okay. Diameter, very tiny. I need to go to this so we can see where the hole is, if possible. It's gonna have to be even smaller than that. Okay, and then there's no way I'm gonna fit a man in there. There's no way. Although maybe. I don't really know. This seems ridiculous, but we're gonna go with it. If I can fit a person in that circle right there, I'm gonna be amazed. So, let's go to free. Yeah, there we go. Gonna grab these guys right here on the top. I don't want to select all because it'll end up selecting those guys, and that's not what we want. So we're going to drag these in quite far. I'm then going to have to like squidge them this way. Alright, like that, yeah, and then I'm going to squidge them this way again. That actually looks pretty good. What if he stood up all the way up there? That would be funny, but I don't think that's a good idea. Right, grab these guys, here we go. I'm going to move these slightly further forward. Excellent. And then slightly in. Okay, right. So, this is what we currently have. Obviously, it can actually extend backwards a good chunk, because this area isn't actually used just yet. And then if the cannon can fit on there above this guy's head, he is going to be deaf. But that's how it's going to have to work. Alright, grab each of these on the top. Shove it down quite far, there we go, good. To just above his head. And then we're going to grab each of those faces. Extrude it, bring it upwards like so. And then I'm going to poke it out the back. Because I can, I guess. So extrude this again. And do this. And I guess the gun will go on there. Okay, so far, so good. Can we fit a man? Can we fit a man into that turret? I'm going to go ahead and say no, but maybe. So, let's go ahead and drag him backwards. Bring him down. Okay, right. He's in. The turret circle's not big enough for this man. Sit height, he's going to have to be up there. Oh, he's not going to fit in here. There's no way he fits. Let's be real. There's literally no way this man will ever fit into this tank. His legs are too wide. Like, there's actually no way we can fit him in. Because even his legs are too wide. All right, if I do this. Oh. His legs are in. But his feet aren't. So we have to... Oh, his feet don't fit. His feet don't fit in the tank. Okay, right. How do I actually work this out then? What do I do in order to make this work? Possibly, I could grab this guy. Oh, he doesn't even fit in the basket space though. That's the issue. But the basket space could be bigger than the hole, can't it? Oh, it totally could actually. Diameter of this. Can I move him in any other way? Sit height? Sit angle? He's already angled as far forward as he can go. Now his feet are out. Now his arm's getting hit. Okay, right, yeah, I can't do that either. Oh, this is tricky. This is a tricky situation. Diameter of this. Down a little bit. We might just have to come up with... I know this might sound crazy. A really weird way of putting him in here. Don't ask me how that's going to even work. But we gotta try. We gotta try and how to manage that turret. How is that even gonna work? I don't know. Okay, so. This might seem absolutely insane, but what if this man is actually stood in here? So we grab each of these and we extrude it upwards. Kind of like this. There we go. Obviously, we don't have these off to the side. We don't need that. But that's his back. All right, so his back sort of leans on that. Sit angle if he does this. There we go. Guy is standing in the tank. Okay. Yeah, don't ask me what he's doing just yet, because I don't know. I don't know. I haven't worked this out fully. So he's just stood there. Okay. Currently good. That's fine. We then go to, like, edges, this guy, and we extrude that bit upwards as well. Wait, did that work? Okay, I mean, it's not working, but I need to do this anyway, so that's fine. Let's drag these guys in. There we go. Shoot it forwards like this. There we go. Nice. And then we need to put a gun in his hands. But what I'm thinking is he has his hands in the air like this. Yeah. Okay, right. Hands are in the air. Very good. We're then going to drag this forwards. Just like so. His hands are going to have to be sent out a good 10 degrees on each side. And then the gun is going to have to go right there in the center. Not what anybody was expecting today, I don't think. If any of you were expecting this, let me know. I definitely wasn't. Okay, so mantlets, yes. Crew, yeah. Right, make this tiny. There we go, excellent. He's going to have to work on this by using this guy. So if we move this in to there, that's sort of just how it's going to have to be. That's fine, there we go. Good. And then, what else do we do? I guess we put a gun on there. Okay, cannons, yes. Here we go. Shove this guy onto there. Very nice. Caliber has to be as small as it could possibly be. Propellant length, again, tiny. Length of this, like 100 maybe? There we go. And then 100 on there as well. Okay, excellent, yes. Let's see the interior so we can actually shove this backwards and in. And then the exterior so we can see where the hole is. There we go. At any point I can actually make this bigger, I totally will. So, let's go ahead and just extend this until it doesn't really fit anymore. In fact, it's just the barrel anyway, so we're good. Okay, so, was anyone expecting this? I don't think so. I don't think anyone was. Alright, so luckily this can actually spin. So we're not going to have any torque on here, but we will have some torque on this to like 350, I guess. There we go. Elevation, probably like 10 degrees. And ratio 10. Sure. Depression, 10 degrees. Everything's 10. That's good. So, this guy needs all of the jobs. He's turret traverse. Yes. He's laying drive operator. He's cannon operator. And he's also the loader. That's everything that he does. If we go to firepower, these are our rounds. They're tiny. I don't know where to put them. I guess they could fit in the turret behind him. So let's do that a little bit. And I'll do that on both sides. There we go. How many rounds is that? Looks like quite a few. 35. So we got 70 rounds altogether. Fire the gun! Whoa! Wait, why is that explosion so big? Fire the gun again! Yes! Oh, excellent! It's working! Nice. Right, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add a bunch of detail to this, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright, here we go. So I've got the exhaust on the back, I've got some engine stuff on the back as well. Obviously, I've got some riveted panels all the way around this thing now, some ladders and stuff right there. I give this guy a hatch. Obviously, it's not in properly because this bit on the end should be down at the front, but it looks like it actually does sort of fit in there. We got a light on the front as well as more riveted panels, more ladders, and that is pretty much it. But yes, overall, I actually really like this design. Obviously, next time I do a two-man tank, it's going to have to be a lot bigger than this. And in fact, I'll probably put the people in first and then build a tank around them, because that makes more sense than what I did this time. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think of it? It's silly, I know, but I don't know, I guess it's kind of cool at the same time. I can shoot the gun, and that is, that's pretty awesome. The other thing I'm going to do as well is actually give it some paint. I want it in some sort of like, I don't know what the color is, but like tan. Yeah, like a tan camo. So if we can, let's go ahead and increase this. Green, yeah, a little bit of blue, a little bit less blue there. A little bit less red, yeah, more green. I don't know. I don't really know. Metallic, yes. Roughness, yes. Saturation, down. Less blue, more green, more red. I guess that color's somewhat okay. Condition, if I go a little bit better. Grime, yeah, loads. I'm gonna go with loads of grime. Oh, maybe not that much. And then roughness. Yeah, there we go. So that's gonna be our tank design. Our tankette, as it were. So what this allows us to do is obviously drive around relatively quickly. Have one guy shooting his gun. And that's it. I mean, it's a really bad idea. It really is. I love it. I think it's quite funny. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Okay, I actually forgot something, and I need to add it in before you guys actually see. So, we needed a fuel tank. We're actually just going to go ahead and smack one of these guys on the back right here. On top of one of the vents, that's okay, and right next to the exhaust. Obviously, perfect place for a fuel tank. But yes, otherwise, we wouldn't actually have very much fuel at all. So we got 43 liters. Also, armor, it doesn't have any. And the main reason for that is because, look at it. Why would this thing have any armor?